And now the Senate has expressed displeasure over the continued trend by cabinet secretaries to skip Wednesday question sessions. As a consequence, Speaker Kingi says the Senate will be writing to all cabinet secretaries and more particularly Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, categorically stating that Parliament will not tolerate the behavior, as Duncan Khaemba reports.
Two cabinet secretaries, Dr. Alfred Mutua and Susan Nakhumicha, have come under fire from Senate after they failed to appear in the chambers to respond to questions raised by members, which Senate says it is a continued trend that is affecting its business.
We'll have to move to the next order as we write to the CSs, and more particularly engaging the Prime Cabinet Secretary, because certainly this is behavior that as an institution we are not going to tolerate.
The anger emanated from the fact that the two CSs wrote to the Senate at the 11th hour informing the House of their unavailability to answer the questions.
But to write to this House, Mr. Speaker, barely 12 hours before our sitting to tell us that you're not appearing because you're globetrotting, Mr. Speaker, that cannot be taken kindly, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, even as you direct the Secretariat, Mr. Speaker, to write to these two CSs, you must express the displeasure of this House to them, Mr. Speaker.
If people want to have joyriders, let them have those joyriders outside Parliament, outside the executive. The country requires to be pushed so that we can deliver where we are. We cannot do it when we have people who take trips as a priority to transacting government business.
Senators castigated cabinet secretaries, accusing them of appearing to be more loyal to the National Assembly than Senate.
Kuna CS wa Treasury, tumemwita amekosa kuja kwa committee 5 times. Na kila wakati anasema ana shughuli. Hiyo shughuli yako nayo kubwa kuliko kuserve wananchi wa Kenya ni gani?
This is not something that we want to allow moving forward. The Minister for Health, Susan, has also not equally been appearing to the Health Committee in the Senate. Then who is she in this country if she cannot appear before Parliament? We need answers.
However, nominated Senator Catherine Muma says the Senate should blame itself for allowing State House to call shots.
I wish to wear the shoe of CS Nakhumicha for a second. So this session was on the trigger of the president that we should have ministers should come here every Wednesday. But it is the same president who we are being told has gone with Mrs. Nakhumicha to a foreign trip. So we are talking about a house that acted in order to meet the president's need, and also a CS who is trying to meet the president's need. I think it shows that we need, as a Senate and a Parliament, to focus on our mandate.
Duncan Khaemba, NTV.
Well, as that happens in Parliament, Interior Cabinet